All right, we're back with this, before release date sort of chat, even though you can go see it at midnight. But for reals, I only do that for fucking Michael. But anyway, um, now that I went over everything as I was thinking about it, and has, that the process that I basically went through these last couple of days of trying to evaluate this and whether or not I should spend my $20 on this, because I have, well, it's $20 when you go with a friend, so whatever, it's 21. But anyway, all right, now it seems like, I mean, I hope I'm not the only one here, and I also think I probably read it in some guy from Bloody Disgusting or whatever, when he was talking about it when he went to see the test screening, maybe, or maybe it was the horror, whatever the fuck that is. But anyway, he said, and I believe, because that's all, if anybody else has seen that clip, well, you could totally go to Bloody Disgusting and see the 7 clips for this if you want to know what I'm talking about. So there's a certain clip when Nancy, finally I know who the fucking Nancy is. I guess she's in a dream world or whatever, and he comes up to her and he's talking about, you don't remember me, saying shit like, you were always my favorite. I'm like, this guy molested these kids.
Those words, I was like, come on, Freddie. You know you did something. Come on. Don't play that card. But yeah, um, totally. I thought I that yo, there must be something going down. So let's list off the things that we'll be dealing with. The fact that the parents set Freddie on fire. Freddie's backstory, because there's gonna be a backstory. I mean, look how many scenes the girl that's supposed to be Tina, the blonde chick, but her name is Chris in the movie. Look how many scenes she has, and it's even in the she's in the trailer more than anyone else. And basically, I feel like she's gonna die around the 30-minute mark, cause we all know Tina didn't get that much of screen time. That bitch was dead within the first 30 minutes, 40-minute mark. So I feel like she might die around the 30-minute mark. No, wait, not even that. Probably around the 45-minute mark to 50. Probably. Most likely. It depends on how long Freddy's intro really is. And you have to consider that she has to have a couple of scenes, yada yada. You know, this movie is going to start off with intro, the kids having nightmares, all ashamed of themselves. Like, look at me, I'm in high school, I'm having nightmares. Seriously? And then, sorry about that. This is aim. I have my aim on. But anyway, the kids, just having these nightmares or whatever. You're going to go back to Elm Street. Or maybe someone's going to die first. That's going to be the first mysterious death. Maybe that's the guy in the diner, because he doesn't seem to be part of the crowd. He just seems like he's going to die first or something. And then, basically, or maybe not, but I feel like they're going to find out subtly about it, but then they're going to be like, well, forget that shit. Fuck this nigga. You're not going to hurt me. It's a dream. Then Chris is going to die. And then, basically, all hell's going to break loose, and they're going to start trying to do that investigate shit, that Scooby shit. And basically, they're gonna find out about the micro naps, and all hell's gonna break loose. Basically, right? We all know that. But anyway, but even with the clips that I saw, the micro naps, how it was going down was that it started flashing like slowly, and then it got faster, and to the point where I had to use slow motion for you to see that. Oh, while you're having the micro naps, what's happening in the dream, even though you're still awake, still affects you, which is kind of fucked up. Like, damn, people are gonna be looking at you like, this bitch is crazy. Meanwhile, she's getting fucking burnt with the shit, and I had to watch that shit 3 times to realize, why the fuck are you screaming like that? Like, he just
put some cans down and I see the steam, and I'm like, oh, that's why. The way I felt like it should have been kind of filmed, I would have wanted like mad flashes, like back and forth, like you don't even know what the fuck is going on, like you're just as confused as she is, sort of thing. And then, like slow it down, and when she starts like realizing, but yeah, that's what I would have gone for. But I didn't really like how they filmed it. It was way too obvious. And what I feel like Wes Craven prided himself in was making us guess when the dream actually started, and I feel like almost this movie doesn't take that art to the next level, like that suspenseful, that creeping up on you sort of thing. Like sleep does creep up on you, when you're exhausted. You fall asleep, but you don't even remember when you fell asleep. The way I felt like they should have done that, taking it to the next level with the whole theme of sleep being your worst enemy. Something you can't control, something you have to do. So I felt like they should have done that. Unfortunately, they didn't. And the themes that are running through this movie, it seems like they can't be this much information, especially with 97 minutes. They seem like they're doing a lot more character development. I like that. There's no sex, because I just put like that with the microphone. I like that too, because Nightmare on Elm Street is not really famous for its sex scenes. It's not really. I mean, Freddy has his sexual innuendos, but it's like not famous for sex. I mean, the first one had like one of the most, if you look at sex scenes now, purest sex scenes ever. It's just like, I'm done, sort of thing. But anyway, I like that, the fact that they're staying true to that, because it would be fucked up if they didn't, if they just added sex for the sake of sex. So that's another thing that gives me motivation to say that this movie's on the right track. Anyway, also, the themes I'm talking about: molestation, Freddy getting burned by the parents, character development of the kids. But wait, we have to develop Freddy. It seems like too much, almost, but maybe it will coincide in a way that would be totally cool. I mean, if the parents burned them because they realized, oh shit, this guy's been molesting our kids, and the fact that Nancy's character, the way she's described by that Rooney bitch, whatever, the girl who's playing Nancy, has to be a quiet, sort of non-social person, kind of dark, kind of made me feel like, damn, she might just be a molestation victim, in the way that she just freezes up when she sees him. Like, everybody's freezing up. Everyone's like, oh shit. Like, they have a subconscious fear of him. Like subconsciously they remember, but they don't really, like, they blocked it out. Like, just his presence or his voice is enough to freeze them as if they were children. So if that's the story, that would be pretty cool. But if they just say, well, yeah, he molested them and then on to the next kill, not really. It's all about how you handle it, and how, because it is a delicate material sort of thing, and how you work it. I know I don't want to sound like RuPaul here, but when you make a movie, you got to make sure you work it right. You present it right. You think about it. You just, the way you want it to be perceived. So if they work it right, hell, I would love that movie. I would get a poster. And that's what I feel to be this movie's greatest Achilles heel. That because of the content and because of everything they're trying to do, it might just fail. But with that chance of failing comes a chance of something that we haven't seen Freddy do before. Be scary again, Well, he was scary in the first one, but vicious. Let Freddy be vicious and truly more of a, I'm going to scare the shit out of you, I'm going to fuck with you sort of. Well, let me see what I'm trying to say. Well, I got to stop this right now, but this movie might bring Freddy to a new level. Let's just say that. And thanks for watching, and everybody let me know what you thought, because I'll be seeing it tomorrow.